Welcome to Info 5. Like please, subscribe please.
Let's go! Archaeologists and researchers are always busy with discoveries and excavating items that have been hidden or buried for a long time somewhere from long ago. On rare occasions, people usually walk long distances or trek to search for those mysterious finds. So, if you are interested in knowing about these discoveries, join us in this episode to find out the rarest things that were discovered inside the caves. Number 1. Ghost Statue. Two hikers were walking in one of the mountain ranges in New York when they discovered strange piles and found this strange statue in it, and reported that the statue had nails in its eyes and a knotted rope surrounded its neck as if it were on an execution platform. They believed that although the statue was pierced, it wasn't there for very long. Someone suggested they take him home, and they did, and from there things started to get even crazier, as the statue started doing very scary things, like moving from place to different places around the house, and the statue was leaving a strange smell everywhere, and the house was full of loud bangs, and their dog was scared too. One of them said that he started waking up in the middle of the night, feeling like he was being watched, so he would wake up and smell the strange pond water. And whenever they put the statue somewhere, they find it in a different place than where they put it, and on the seventh day they saw the statue in the shadows of the living room, his eye is shining in the dark, and this frightened them, and they contacted the responsible authorities, and placed it in the museum's collection, and the statue is now part of the museum in the Department of Paranormal and Mysterious Things, and it is still a mystery to investigators. Number 2. Lost Ancient Cave. A group of Israeli archaeologists made an extraordinary discovery of an ancient cave that was closed 3,300 years ago. The cave was found when construction workers operating a mechanical excavator in Belacan Beach National Park unexpectedly broke through the roof of the cave, and using a ladder they descended into the dark cave. And they found it in a cave lost thousands of years ago. Imagine how they told that story, and how they went to their friends and family at the end of that day? The unprecedented square cave, located on the beach south of Tel Aviv, is believed to have been used to hide funerary goods and possibly human burials. The land is what we know today as Israel and the Palestinian territories, and he died in 1213 BC. Archaeologists also found dozens of utensils, including red-painted vessels, some of which contained bones, cups, storage vessels, lamps, cooking utensils, and bronze arrowheads, not all of which were locally made. There were artifacts from Gaza, Jaffa, Lebanon, Syria, and Cyprus, indicating that commercial activities were taking place along the coast at that time. Number 3. Caveman Family. Scientists recently discovered the remains of the first ever family of cavemen in a cave in southern Siberia, Russia. Researchers from the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology in Germany examined the DNA of 13 individuals from 2 Middle Paleolithic sites in Mount Altai, and 2 from one cave and 11 from another site. They came to the conclusion that the caveman lived on rocky peaks more than 50,000 years ago, and it is said that its remains belonged to 7 males and 6 females, 5 of whom were children and adolescents. 2 of them have been identified as a father and his teenage daughter, and the rest are second-degree relatives, such as aunts, uncles, and cousins. More than 80 pieces of bone and teeth were collected and used in the analysis, while the results give them insights into collective life, social organization, and wider history of ancient peoples, but it tells nothing of their individual societies. We know that cavemen hunted horses and caribou, gathered raw materials, and made some primitive tools out of them. Number 4. Knights Templar Cave. If you don't know the location of the Knights Templar's cave, let's take a tour of that scary cave. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary large hole, but it leads to an exciting underground cave, which, according to legend, was a haven for devotees of the religious order in the Middle Ages, but no, there is evidence that this is true. The interior of the cave is as interesting as it is mysterious. It appears to have been untouched for thousands of years. The passages appear to be beautifully carved out of sandstone. Explorers may have to crawl through some narrow channels. There are candles and symbols painted on the walls and ceilings. England listed this cave as an artificial cave, built in the 18th century, and it was closed in 2012. Because it seems to be used in black magic rituals in modern times. We wonder how this cave originated and who decorated it with beautiful carvings, and what they found inside this cave shocked the whole world. The skeleton was discovered for the oldest evidence of the existence of humans on Earth. The skeleton is 3.67 million years old. It is called Littlefoot. It was once part of the primate family, which led to the end early. Number 5. Jaguar God Cave. Have you ever been looking for one thing and found another? Something bigger and more exciting. This was the case of a group of archaeologists who were looking for a sacred well under the Mayan city, and while searching for it, they found a collection of more than 150 ritual objects that had been hidden for a millennium. They found the objects in a system of caves called Balamku, which translates to jaguar god. This discovery by the archaeologist can be called a rediscovery, because this was not the first time people encountered a cave like this. In 1966, local farmers found a cave, took a look around and wrote a report about it, but instead of ordering the excavation, he ordered the farmers to block the entrance. And the discovery records disappeared, remaining untouched for decades before being rediscovered again in 2018. Many valuable objects were discovered in the cave, such as a box of vases, incense burners, and 7 ritual rooms. All items remain in a remarkable state of preservation, despite the environments they've been in there for years. The channels to get to the chambers are at the end of a series of tunnels, and they're so narrow that researchers have to go through their stomachs. And here we come to the end of this episode. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. See you next time. Goodbye.